This is Joshua Hart of JTH Boxing. Today I'm here and I'm joined by Dalton Smith. Dalton, first of all, happy birthday for yesterday, and how are we doing today, my friend?
All good. Day older, day wiser, and another day stronger. Another week done in the gym, so yeah, feeling good.
Obviously, we've got a very big fight for yourself coming up, same day as my big fight, but I think yours is just a little bit bigger than mine. Obviously, you face Jose Zepeda. It's a very big jump from the level you've been competing at, but I even feel like since your pro debut, people have always been saying, you have got a lot of ability. Social media seems to be loving the fight. Boxing fans seems to be a huge fan of it. And a lot of people struggling to call it. Some people saying, they believe you're ready for this. Some people saying that you might not be. But these are the types of fights that you're in boxing for, isn't it?
Of course, and for me, the next 2 years are going to be big for me. So there's no easy fights now, and I'm confident in my ability, and I think it's a great fight. And it's always good to Sheffield Arena is going to be bouncing. They always come out in top support. It's about giving the fans a good fight. I don't want to be going in there fighting people. I'm going to blow him out in a couple of rounds. Zepeda's going to be a big test. The biggest test of my career, and he's probably looking at me thinking, a young kid coming up. But this is a fight where I can make a big stamp in the 140 division.
Obviously, when this fight first got pushed to you, obviously normally when a fight's getting made, you'll see all these people online who have their inside sources and will start to leak it. And obviously, we got the news. I remember I first saw it a while ago that obviously they were looking at a March 23rd date for you, but an opponent was never put out there. When Zepeda was first put to you, you already know you said yes because it's here. But what was that initial reaction when Eddie came to you and said, "How about Zepeda?"
There was an opponent before that. I think Pedraza and stuff was in a hat. So similar sort of level, and then a couple of didn't go through, and then Zepeda got put on the table and was like, good fighter, he's going to be a good test. Put me right up there in the rankings, and it's a fight what I like. So yeah, big name, big fight, big test, and one I'm ready for.
And obviously you've been soaking in the big fights as of late. Obviously back in December, just before Sonny's fight, I remember you were out Prograis versus Haney. Just talk about that night. Obviously, while it wasn't a night you were fighting or anything, you was there as a fan. Good experience, obviously, people in your weight class as well. Obviously, I saw the little clip afterwards when Bill Haney thought you were Liam Paro. What was that whole week like, just being out there and just soaking up that big fight week? Yeah,
it's just good, especially in the US, it's a different vibe, different atmosphere, and just good for me to get over there, show my face, see what the energy's like, the whole setup. I've been to a couple now in the US, big fights, so yeah, it was just good. It's just good to mix it. It's where he was here in the UK fights and stuff, so it's just a little bit different.
Obviously, you had that period of where you were training out in America, obviously, with Sonny preparing for his fight against Bam back in December. Obviously, you all went out as a team to support him and obviously get some training in. What was it, obviously, training in America? Obviously, I'm sure it was much different to the UK. I'm sure it was a lot hotter and everything. What was all that workout in the States like?
It's good. I've been there before. I've been over there with Manny Robles last year for a couple of weeks. Funny enough, he's one of Zepeda's coaches. So that was a funny little thing there. But yeah, it's always good to go and learn new things. You'll go in a gym, they'll be doing certain drills, like you've got certain equipment. You think, I like that. We bring it over to ours. But I didn't do much sparring and stuff while I was over there. We was just there for Sonny really. But yeah, it's always good to be out in the US on fight week.
Obviously, some of the news that come out this week, obviously, it seems to be you just be headlining all the news at the moment within British boxing. The EBU have ordered Adam Azim to defend his belt against you. Obviously, I know you're going to have full focus on Zepeda. But obviously, I also saw you have acknowledged it. You spoke about it on Twitter and you have said to him, listen, we can make that fight next. How do you feel about that fight? Obviously, it's a fight that British boxing fans have been talking about for ages, saying these two are the next best up-and-coming Brits at 140. Some people are saying they should let this fight wait. Obviously, it won't happen next, but do you believe that fight does happen this year?
We'll see. But like you say, it got brought up on social media and stuff, but literally whatever got said, we're just waiting that ear out with the other. I've got one job to focus on, that's the 23rd of March. I mean, it's good that the fight keeps getting mentioned. I want the fight, I've stated that before. Like I said, the only thing on my mind is the next fight, Jose Zepeda. But, if we look ahead from that, I'd be happy for the fight I wanted to make, but, I'd be very surprised if they, staying for the purse bids. But it's good, whatever people are taking note of the fight people are talking about, it's going to keep building it up. But like I say, the only focus I've got is on the March 23rd. You know, put a big performance in here, and we'll see where it goes from there. But of course, the boxing public want that fight. I want that fight. It's just if the other half do.
Obviously, Adam Azim has fought this past weekend. This will be the last question about Adam Azim anyway. Did you catch his most recent performance against Poulsen, where he defended his European title?
Yeah, you know, he did what he had to do, and I think you could see that Poulsen. You know, he's had a performance before where his shoulder went, and I think that's why he actually vacated. You know, the belt was vacant, so you know, it's hard to take anything from that fight because you know, obviously Poulsen was always there, giving a bit of problems. But look, he did what he had to do, and you know, he moves on now.
Obviously, he did face a little bit of backlash for backflip. Obviously, but in that moment, he didn't understand what had happened. He was just happy that he got the win. It's not nice to see him get a bit of backlash, especially when it wasn't like it was on purpose. He genuinely didn't realise what was going on. But that won't affect him in any way, will it? He's already come out and made a video and apologised for it, so nothing major, is it really?
Yeah, that's it. And look, at the end of the day, we're in a fight. You know, adrenaline's high, your emotions are high. Things happen. You know, we'll probably do certain stuff in moments like that. You know, obviously he's come out and addressed that he didn't realise what was happening. Obviously, you can't be celebrating because someone's got a bad shoulder, but you know, he did come out, make a statement on that. But like I say, it's a fight at the end of the day. You can do things unexpectedly. You know, your emotions are high, adrenaline's running, things happen like that. So yeah, it's pointless to me.
Obviously, Eddie Hearn did quote tweet it. I know I said it would be the last question, but obviously I've got to bring up the fact Eddie Hearn quote tweeted it and just put a picture of your beloved football stadium, Hillsborough. It all seems to be. It seems obviously Eddie's always going to want it. Eddie's not one of those promoters who does things for what he wants. He always has his fighter's best intentions at heart. Eddie wants to make it happen. You want to make it happen. Adam Azim's obviously acknowledged it as well. Could you be headlining at your football stadium? Could that happen?
All I can say is if you know the fight gets made, I'm the ticket seller. I'm going to be the one that put seats, bums on the seats, especially in my hometown. You know, if we can make that at Hillsborough, you know, it'd be a dream come true. You know, whatever fight is, you know, you need a big name to be selling out a football stadium. You know, my support keeps building up, but like I said, Eddie never does anything in halves. If Eddie says he's going to do it and he's going to build me up, you know, he's a man of his word, and he has been from the start. So, you know, I'm confident having Eddie on my side. You know, the way my career's going. You know, there's some big, you know, there's some big things I want to achieve, and Eddie's the man behind me to do that. So, yeah, some big things coming.
So I'll just turn the attention quickly back to Jose Zepeda. What did you expect from him? Obviously, we all know how experienced he is. We know that he's been at the top. What type of Jose Zepeda do you expect on March 23rd?
I want to prepare for the best Jose Zepeda there's ever been. You know, this is the way you've got to go into a fight, whoever it is. But you know, I think we'll see. You know, I've not had that sort of similar style as a professional yet. Obviously, he can punch. He's experienced. You know, he's been in there with the best in the 140 division. So you know, he's going to be experienced, and it's a fight I've got to be switched on at all times, and you know, show people what I can do.
And finally, if you're a man for making predictions, obviously I know some fighters aren't, but if you were to predict how this fight plays out between you and Zepeda, how would it go?
I think it'll be a technical fight. You know, and like I say, I prepare for 12 rounds. You know, whatever happens in between that, you know, is a bonus. But 100% a Dalton victory.
Dalton, appreciate your time very much. Best of luck on what happens on March 8th. I'm sure we'll speak again before that, but if not, best of luck, and I can't wait to see it happen. Thank you. Good luck. Thank you.